Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're customizing the brand new Vapid Dominator FX in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm pretty excited about this one. I have a feeling it's going to be very similar to the Vapid Dominator FX Interceptor, but I don't know. Of course, this one is in the muscle category, so you can actually wheelie it, which is cool. And I'm assuming it's going to have a little more in the way of customization. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with the arch covers. We can go for extended arches if we want to. We can also go for plastic bolt-ons or bolt-on arches. I'm going to go for the extended arches. I think those look pretty good. We'll go for the armor upgrade on this. We'll also do the brakes while we're at it. Let's also get the engine out of the way as well as the turbo and the transmission. Okay, back up to bumpers. We got bumper options for this thing. We got the stock bumper with a splitter. We got the sport bumper, the graded bumper, the tuner bumper, race bumper. We got the race bumper with lights, and then the race package. I kind of like the graded bumper or like the sport bumper. I feel like the tuner bumper's okay too, actually. I don't know, I think the graded bumper is the coolest though, so I'm gonna go for that one. For the rear bumper, I think I'm gonna go for the sport bumper. I feel like that looks cool, so we'll do that. For the exhaust, we have quad exhaust, we have twin chrome tip exhausts, we got race exhausts, we got side exits, or hot ring exhausts, I should say. Titanium hot ring exhaust or fender mounted exhaust. That's pretty cool. I do like that we have that option here. I think for this build, I think I'm gonna go for the twin chrome tip exhaust. I feel like that's like kind of the best looking one we can go for, so we'll do that. For the grill, we can go for the painted stock grill. We also have the graded grill, the painted graded grill. We got the badged grill. We have the painted badged grill as well as the letterbox grill. I feel like the graded grill looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna go for that. I don't know. Maybe I'll go for the badged grill, actually. I kind of like that a little bit better, so we'll go for that. For the hood, we have the ridged hood. We got the ridged intake hood. We have the low cowl hood, the high cowl hood, the twin vented hood, turbo cover, and the race vents. Race vents, honestly, I feel like is a really good look for this. I'm gonna go for that particular option for right now. All right, next up we have the lights. We're gonna go for some xenon lights on this thing. I know they're not exactly accurate, but just pretend they're updated headlights. For the neon kit, I'm also gonna put that on just to lower the center of gravity of the car, make it handle ever so better. So we'll do that. Now for the livery, we have the double white stripes. We got the classic stripes as well, which do a black stripe along the top there. Or no, I think it's just on the hood. Actually, you know what? Let's find out. Let's go to the respray and let's just make it silver. And then now we'll also do the secondary color in that silver as well. And we got that going now. So let's see the liveries. We got the white stripes, we got the classic stripes that just as the front of the car in that black color. We also have the snake eater. We have the overhead black stripe, except it's not really overhead. It kind of skips the roof, but anyways, whatever. We got the black snake eater, twin bottom stripes. We got the red snake eater, the geometry snake eater as well. We have the hardcore stripes. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. We have the rust, the old school. We have the old school rusty graffiti, race flames, kind of cool, and back to none. I think for this build, I kind of want to go for the classic stripes. I feel like those look kind of good. I'm going to go for that. For the mirrors, we have the painted stock mirrors. We also have the squared mirrors. We have those painted as well. We got the vintage chrome. We have the vintage painted. We also have the race mirrors, painted race mirrors, import mirrors, and import chrome mirrors. I think I kind of like the stock mirrors, honestly, but at the same time, the painted squared mirrors are cool, so I'm going to go for those. For the plate, we're going to go yellow on black. For the respray of the car itself, let's go for something like kind of nice and bright. Honestly, a dew yellow actually kind of would work with this, I feel like. I've used dew yellow a little bit lately though, so maybe we'll avoid that. Maybe we'll go for something a little bit different. Maybe, I don't know, do I do like a blue of some sort maybe? I feel like a nautical blue actually matches up really well with the overall look and feel of this car. Let's maybe go for a nautical blue. That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like that. It's like kind of an underrated color. Then for the interior color, let's go for a straw brown or something like that. That looks kind of nice. I kind of like that. For the roll cage, we got a street roll cage, half roll cage, or a full roll cage. Not really feeling it though, so I'm going to avoid that. We also have some sun strips here, but I don't really want any of those, so I'm going to avoid that. For the skirts, we do have a few different options. We have some carbon stuff that we can do, which I'm not really a fan of, especially given that we can't do it for the front bumper too, so that's kind of really lame. I think I'm just gonna go for the tuner skirts. Kind of like the look of that, so we'll do that. For the spoiler, we got the bolt-on spoiler. We have the ducktail spoiler. We also have the large ducktail spoiler, which is kind of cool. Sport spoiler, rolled lip spoiler. Kind of neat, interesting. We have the race spoiler, we have the bridge spoiler, we have the touring spoiler, drag spoiler, painted drag spoiler, and back to none. I feel like, I don't know, maybe just the ducktail spoiler. I feel like that's kind of a good look for this, so we'll go for that. Suspension, I will lower this thing all the way down, and then let's go ahead and see about the wheels. I think I'm probably just going to put crackers on it because I feel like they just look awesome on any sort of muscle car, so let's do that. Let's do them in black to match up with that livery. We got the bulletproof tires on here, and then for the window tint, we'll do a dark smoke. I feel like this is looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. Let's take it outside. We're going to do a sound test as well as a full review on the car. So let's quickly just get the car ahead a little bit here and we'll take a quick listen. It sounds decent. It sounds, I'm pretty sure, the exact same as the Vapid Dominator ASP, if I'm not mistaken. It's okay. The Dominator ASP has a pretty good sound effect, in my opinion, so I think this is, not bad. Now, as far as performance goes with this car, I feel like it's already significantly faster than the FX Interceptor, which is the police car variant of this vehicle. It definitely feels a lot quicker, plus it also gets that wheelie, as I mentioned when we first went into customs there. And from what I experienced there, it feels like it has a decent wheelie, actually, so that's good. Having a good wheelie is important for a muscle car, that is for sure. So far so good though. It feels pretty nice going up through the hills so far. I haven't really thrown it at too many corners. It is going pretty quick though, so I am a big fan of that. I don't really think it's going to shake up the muscle car category that much, at least not from what I can see right now. It just doesn't feel that fast. Simply, like, it actually handles quite nicely though, and it does feel fast, like, in its own regard, but I just think compared to some of the top muscle cars, I just don't think it's there, especially things like the Vapid Dominator GT that we kind of got recently. This just doesn't really compare, I don't think. It is quick though. It is quick. It might be like a top 5 sort of muscle car, but I think that the number 1, muscle car, number 2 muscle car, number 3 muscle car, I don't really think this is going to shake anything up, honestly. Like, it is a pretty good car, but I don't think it's that good. It's not like exceptionally great. It does feel nice in the corners though, I will say. As far as muscle cars go, this thing does handle quite nicely. It's doing its job. It's doing its job. Let's hit a quick wheelie here, just out of curiosity, see how it goes. It jumps right up, man. It jumps right up, and I feel like if you control the wheelie well, it probably has a pretty decent wheelie overall. I think this is definitely going to be an interesting car. It's not going to shake up the muscle category, but it's gonna be a contender sort of thing. Depending on how good you are versus other players, you might be able to actually outpace them in the FX. I would say, unless they're in an HSW vehicle, you're probably going to be able to do okay against them. Yeah, I like the handling, I like the acceleration, I like the top speed, I like the customization. Everything about it, pretty good in my opinion. Maybe a little more in the way of customization, particularly for like the bumper options. I feel like, especially for the rear bumper options, I feel like they were kind of weak. But beyond that, I don't really have any complaints about this vehicle. I think it's pretty decent. I think you guys should look into it if you're interested. I think it costs $1.5 million and $50,000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $1,550,000. Not a great price, but not a bad price overall. It's not bad. It's not bad for the money that you're paying for it. It's a decent enough car. I think it's going to be an interesting one to see how it ages in GTA Online. That's for sure. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Vapid Dominator FX. That is it for the customization and review. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.